nobody's gonna be here like 1 second.
Never.
Alright, I just said it live.
Doesn't mean I can't say hi to the void. I'm good friends with it.
Right. I'm trying to reforge my weave and I need 2 epic mats. So sad.
Epic map broke.
Oh god.
Brave bit heroes.
Do I have like something I need to do? Your opponents in PvP. Oh, a bunch of heroic stuff. I can do some heroic damage. Uzmeyer. That'll give me an epic map. I have an SS pop.
I have one pop just for speed of.
The speed of your runs, huh?
I'd rather lose faster.
Amen to that. Alright, you can post. You want?
Should I tell people we're live?
Yes, sir.
And I'm actually pretty close to being Zorul. Us down.
Alright, World Chat 1. Oh shit! Fucking DD. Chat works, good. Welcome to the stream, y'all. We got Tourmy in the house. He's doing D3 runs while we're going to be chatting, so maybe we'll get him to do a D3 clear while on call today, which would be pretty cool. We'll see what'll happen. We've got amazing giveaways tonight. Just, I mean, completely fucking outstanding. It's just wow, wow, wee wow giveaways today. Definitely.
Probably open your stream.
Oh, I forgot to. Oh, there we go. I had my.
And read the numbers and troll the chat while I'm being interviewed.
Nice. I'm watching a cartridge ad, but I forgot to turn the sound off on the cartridge ad. Hey, Mystical Fire, thanks for making it, man. Welcome, Equal Brand. Welcome, Schaller, 80 Taken, Goosker, yeah. Jethia, welcome.
Damn site. There we go. For myself.
Profane, welcome, Profane.
Do Profane Gaming. Represent.
Money. I need to get. You know what I need to do? I need to open up Kong in an incognito window so I can post in Bit Heroes Kong chats.
Are they back-to-back bosses? This is not fun.
Oof. Oh, it's right. You want to have an even split, right?
I'd like to have at least one
A mob.
regroup on.
Okay.
He's with really aggro familiars, and I can't afford to spend any turns not healing.
Hey, Blub. Welcome, Manzo. Welcome, Brand. I've got a bunch of Kong chat tours.
Toes.
Kong chat 2 boys.
Potion on myself now.
What's that?
To use a potion on myself.
Oof. Already?
Me and Crowndy have been potted.
Alright.
On the second boss.
Someone summon Adlam. Adlam will be here sooner or later. Alright guys, so we're gonna start out with some marbles. Okay, we have a lot of giveaways tonight. I'm still warming up the stream. While we warm up the stream, we're gonna start out with some marbles. Go ahead and do exclamation point play. This first marble run is for all our giveaways tonight have Weave users in them, and they are all from Alliance. If you win and you don't need him, give it to somebody who does, because I guarantee you somebody needs him. Every single giveaway is a perma spot except for the DUSK raid teams. Every DUSK raid team is a 2-week temp spot. Alright, so that's just to give you guys a little warning. Again, I will go back to that before a DUSK raid team giveaway, but these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 giveaways are all perms. So first up we have Natty Pants from Friction running a nice little build. I believe he does have Weave as well, but he's not wearing it, don't know why. And we also have Lackey. And there's Lackey rocking it. You get a DPS and you get a tanky boy. Good little start for you. And Tourmy, if you want to participate in the marble roll as well, you can.
No, that's good. I'm busy participating, getting my ass kicked. I found the third boss, and I don't like the look of it.
Oof.
It's a fucking Blem. Blem is not a winnable boss, but I'm gonna try.
Get it. Alright, and by the way, guys, today's stream is sponsored by Tourmy's Fakasha. That's baked to perfection under the watchful feline eye. Let's show you guys some of that Fakasha. Oh yeah, and then the felines. As promised, there's those kitty pics.
Those kitty pics are essential.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not seeing them on your stream.
It takes. There's a 6-second delay. And let's start this roll here.
You're seeing Gel's marble runs.
Who's?
It's a YouTube channel. It's guys like.
Oh, so is it the competition, like the international competition thing?
He has the Marble Olympics. It's like literally all the guy does is set up these elaborate like marble competitions, and he has like a sportscaster do all the narrating for it. It's really good. It's aesthetic gold. Amazed how much time you can spend sitting around watching marbles.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we got an SP shrine
There you go.
this boss that I'm probably not gonna beat.
You don't talk down to yourself. You got this. I believe in you.
I've ran more than enough trials to know that Blem is really hard without a fat healing debuff.
Blem is a bit of a dick. Let's see here. I need to. Where's that? There. The full video of the Marble Olympics is 2 hours long? That's ridiculous.
He has like 16 teams of marbles for each event. It's depth. Up there goes the crown D. It's over, boys. Already wasted your life, Crowdy. All right, well, it's close. It's coming in hot, boys.
You're feeling comfortable?
I mean, I'm not comfortable with this at all. I just know I can beat it.
It's a matter of getting the attempts in.
Matter of getting the right attempt in. Like, very much including Wardy as one of the bosses. By far the most beatable boss so far. Wardy and Yeti.
Hey everyone from Gav stream, welcome. Gav just raided with.
Gav stream?
Well,
he just invaded?
Yeah. 17 people came over.
Good looks. Hello everybody that just showed up. Really probably should put down the D3.
It's all good. I'm still setting up Invasion. Thanks, Aloe, for resubscribing. I don't care about the other ones. They don't really matter. Sure, let's try it. I haven't really attempted much of this yet. Give it to the next guy. Let's see. Ventress. Alright, Ventress. We'll get you that spot.
That wipe. Let's go. On to the next one, boys. D8 people is a pretty good showing.
Yeah, we're doing good. We'll get to Tourmy's focaccia. He's got some amazing looking focaccia.
Good focaccia. I'm gonna have to pull up the recipe. You wanted me to talk about how I make it?
We will. We will, definitely. It'll be later on. We gotta start off with talking a little bit of the game related stuff first.
85% of making focaccia is having patience.
Patience? What is that?
It means waiting for hours.
Oof. That's a difficult one. I don't know if I can do that.
Worst part is when you pull it out of the oven and you have to let it sit for a second. You're like, oh, but I could slice it and eat it right now.
Oh God, that's gotta be crazy.
Trust me, that's the worst part.
I'm a big fatty. I'll just want to rip into it immediately.
It's fresh too. That's the thing. You're like, oh, the sooner I get to it, the more tasty it's gonna be.
Right? Oh.
Have to wait, or you'll kind of compromise the integrity of the bread.
Sure. Alright guys, we're going to do another roll on this. This is going to be, so we have Ventress won the first one. This one's also going to be a Natty Pants and a Lackey Perma spot. So we have Natty Pants as DPS, and then you got Lackey as tank here. Hey Billy. Again, if you have the spots or you don't need them, and you know somebody who does, just give me their IGN. Make sure you ping me when you give me the IGN. That way it pops out of my face. Alright, we're going to get this started.
Fuck.
I'm also doing a little bit of invasion, getting things going here.
So you know, if I'm doing D3 during this, it's gonna be very not safe for work, so I'm gonna be saying fuck every 5 minutes.
There's no problem with that.
And you know, ahead of time. Fair warning. That people listening, you can fuck yourselves.
Aloe, are you able to pick up the winners of the marble races? So I can focus on Tourmy? That'd be great. Hey Winter, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Thanks, lady. We've got everybody representing. We've got Jeremy from Rev 9 here. We got Lulz in the house. We've got Sub-guilds of sub-guilds. You got a little bit of everybody from all over the Bit Heroes verse. Got Gav, fellow streamer in the house. Awesome. Oh, let's take a look. Looks good. Emily's sheet. There. Alright, Tourmy, you ready for me, baby?
Let's do it.
Alright, so guys, tonight when I'm going to be doing a giveaway or a marble roll, you can look at my Bit Heroes window on screen. You see it on the left hand side of my screen there. There we go, that looks better. That's going to be cartridge. And in cartridge I'll be showing who's going to be on the teams. For the DUSK grade teams, you'll see a little pictograph. Whenever there is going to be a giveaway, you're going to hear a little sound effect. It's going to sound like this. I'm going to do it a couple times. That way you know a giveaway is about to begin. Alright, so keep your ears peeled for that. And let's get things going here. So, Tourmy, what got you interested in Bit Heroes to begin with, brother?
Honestly, I just was bored and downloaded the game. Really liked the aesthetics of it. Playstyle was simple. Just kind of got hooked on it from there.
It was just one thing led to another.
I don't know what compelled me to download it in the first place. Just a fun game.
Right.
Then, yeah, I ended up in DUSK really early on in the hero's career. The creator and leader was in a lot of ways, so I just kind of the community really came to be in charge of the guild.
Well, yeah, you had to be there for fucking forever. You're at 1 billion contribution. 1 billion with a goddamn B. You're in a league of your own there, because there's very few people. Oh, Lower Legend already won. I totally missed it.
There's what, like 4 or 5 that have done it at most.
Well, yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it's 6, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Have Bike and Ball both broke that? I don't know how long they were in K before I became aware of them.
Yeah, Bike, Ball, and SS1 all have 1 billion.
Oh, yeah, S was implied.
And I believe Dan.
I wasn't sure about Ball.
Yeah,
I know Dan has.
Well, Ball actually just hit it. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
Obviously, Foob did it.
Yeah, I assume that as well.
I know for a fact he was in Num1 for a long time.
Did he ever get his ban lifted?
I don't think so. More to protect his account than anything. Just him being removed from the leaderboard's just an unfortunate them taking the account, like, you know.
Right. For sure. Now, so how long has it been since you started playing Bit Heroes?
Probably a good 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Probably about 2 years now, I guess. Started the Alliance over a year ago at this point, me and Vargas.
The Alliance been around for a year now? Damn.
Yeah, well, that was early into R5 that me and Vargas started that.
Yeah. You guys been going strong for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it really started to take a life of its own after a while.
Sure. So when you're starting playing Bit Heroes, is there a player that you'd like to give a shout out to that really helped you get you where you are today?
Um, I already mentioned him, Central 117, the guy who created Dusk.
Okay.
Yeah, he taught me pretty much everything I knew about the game and of things that were going on outside of the game. So he's definitely a big part of that. And then Triple Dot accepted like a renegade ad I sent him in R4. It was a big help. I used to argue with him about tanking all the time.
For sure.
And XX Rice Pinoy in Disorder is the other one. He
Always a
did a
great dude.
renegade ad that I sent in R4. And
Fellow.
like before that, I couldn't beat R4 at all. I was using staffs, so like all I really wanted was to get Maru. And then I found out that Maru was kind of only useful on other people's raid teams and a T7 world boss. I was a freaking garbage Maru bait for a second. And by garbage Maru bait, I mean the best Maru bait ever. Just Maru was not a good bait set. With the laser, I used to have people complain to me about not using a staff. Laser's just better. Like, I'd rather have the laser than have any value on my Maru at all. And then Urgoff came out, and I started running the Urgoff with hitting enemies with the laser as a bait, and I started winning a lot of my rounds. Actually, I dropped a Blit, and that was around when I took over as a leader. Every guild needs a tank. I can't recruit them for shit. I might as well become the tank. Pretty much how I ended up being trapped as tank forever.
It kind of just, you got it by osmosis.
Yeah.
So in Dusk, what is your current capacity? You're the guild leader, correct?
Yeah.
And as guild leader, I know you got officers and everything, but as specifically as a guild leader, what do you do in Dusk?
I to the recruitment, like anybody who's gonna get recruited goes through me. Or the guild kind of runs itself. Like I don't even have to look for recruits. They either come to me or they come to one of my people, and they'll approach me about it. And I have great community. There's scarcely ever an issue with any of our members, so it's really need to do too much. Just kind of motivate people to keep grinding by example.
Definitely, for sure. So in Dusk, who are your officers? So in case somebody wants to apply and they can't reach you, who would they apply to?
Right now, you got Gogi Mesh, Trevor Zetro. He's the only Dusk member that predates me here. Egg, Zach Didsit, and Sporadic. Probably gonna promote a few more because it feels like I don't have enough.
There's a lot of work to do, and you can't get it done all yourself, huh?
I mean, pretty much.
Fair enough. So, when it comes to Dusk, what sets you guys apart from everybody else?
Yeah, like I said, I since I started as a leader, I've prioritized community over just about anything. I have a super active guild chat, and everyone's pretty self-motivated to work hard and really good group of people, and it's partially because I about necessarily having like the best possible people at all times. I wanted to have people who mesh together and who like to other, and as a result, I think we've developed into quite a community of really helpful and friendly people. Like, need something from like a world boss or something, like that everyone will just throw whatever don't need at it. You know, it's like, oh, you're still working on your weave? Well, I can do like 500 in Nether right now. Like, why not?
Right.
Like when my boys grind together, we get stuff done. You know, good things happen when Dusk works together. Just like, you know, we had what 24-hour boarding or something on this interview, and pulled together 6 full raid teams worth of stuff away just to represent.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, the way it got pulled together really quick, and everybody came together, and it was really incredible. So, guys,
I had to give a shout out to Gilgamesh. He was a big help on coordinating all the raid teams for Dusk and reaching out to the members.
you know, who I want to give a huge shout out to, not only Gilgamesh, but we had people from every single Alliance guild who helped out. Arthuzi, also known as Topsy, helped out from R3V. We had Vargos and Emily help out from Lulz. We had, of course, Aloe as well. Aloe's my chat mod, and I can't say enough. Feud and Emma Marting from Friction. Amazing help as well, getting their people involved. Bentilla over from XGG, getting everybody situated from XGG and involved on that end. Who else? It was a long list of getting things going. Hippo and Aksusti over from Arleg. They also helped quite a bit. So it's just everybody in Alliance really comes together. Like I'm in K, but when I'm in Alliance, I feel like I'm at home. So it's like it doesn't feel like I'm in a separate guild server or anything like that. It feels like I'm at home. Feels like it's just another place to hang out. Another family. Another family.
The Alliance server is great. That's I'm really glad we did it the way we did, where we allow guests and everybody feels like they can come and contribute. 'Cause, like it's all about like who you know, and to me it's about the connections that I've made. Like that's what's kept me interested in the game for so long, and wanted to have a place where everybody felt like they could be viewed as equals, which is why there's no true like leader of the Alliance. We all weigh in equally on things, all the leaders, and I there's no like distinction between the guilds in the sense that like we all have an equal say, and that was kind of the idea. Like back when it first started, like I think that's what really made the Alliance in the first place, was when Vargas asked if I wanted to combine my server with his. Well, that makes sense. Like, why not have a shared server?
Right. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Exactly. It's grown exponentially from there.
So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into our first team giveaways for the stream today. So our first team giveaway is gonna be from XGG. We have Oxytoxin and Boast. Let's take a look at these guys. Oxytoxin, he is a weave user. Of course, you don't need a weave on this build. He is running Earth and Might with a Twitch and Bath Salt. And with Oxy, we got Boast. Boast is running Arsenal with Requiem, and this is your your essential healer build when it comes to bit heroes. You got your Urgoff going. He's got all leg ruins, both major and minor and fucking meta. He's stacked. He's a beast. So, we got a really solid team here. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Remember, anybody can participate in the race. You do not need to keep the spot. Just make sure you tag me or Aloe with the person you want to give the spot to. That way we can record it on the sheet.
Say hi to the stream, kitty.
Hey! I hear kitty! Look at that, I got a leg scan.
The people on the internet still want to hear you.
Oh, these little balls bouncing. Oh, this is that horrible track. So this track, guys, you have to hit the timer for that last area to open up.
Miss Kitty, you know that.
Aloe wants to steal your cat. Aloe, that's a horrible thing to say.
Aloe does want to steal my cat. She's made that very clear. You're never going to get stolen, I promise.
So let's talk a little bit about DUSK and its subguilds. How many subguilds does DUSK have?
You just have the one. It's the Cult of the Ooze.
Okay.
Finished top 30 in Expedition.
Wow.
Kicking ass.
Fucking beast. Are both the subguild and the main guild full right now?
And I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Are both the subguild and the main guild full right now?
The subguild has, I think, one slot. Is very much full. Pseudo waiting list for DUSK at this point.
I'm sure. You guys are popular. You guys are making it happen. I love that. Now, when it comes to the application process for the sub-guild, can they still contact one of your officers in DUSK?
Hey, I'm sorry. I got a DM I need to look at. What's the question?
Can they contact one of your officers in DUSK to apply to the sub-guild?
Yeah, they could also DM me if they so chose. Or I'm trying to think of who else would be good to reach out to. I actually need to step away for like 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Hey, no worries. So guys, everybody, welcome to the stream. Thank you everyone for coming. We have tons of marble races. Congrats, Nadav. If we can get your IGN, so we can put that spot on file for you. Yeah, lots of giveaways. We're going to be talking about food. We're going to be talking about everything today. Everything. I wonder if there's actually, is there really no good schematics whatsoever from this invasion? Oh, this is my first time doing Ninja Invasion, so we'll take a look. But I don't know. From what I hear, it's all just for looks. So sad. What a waste. Waste of mats. Thanks, Gift, for that. We'll write that down.
I'm back. I had food get delivered. Don't mind me.
No worries. What'd you get delivered?
I ordered a calzone.
Sounds yummy.
This place called Pizza Guys. This is actually like a taco calzone I got going on right now. It's got taco sauce and ground beef.
One thing I miss so much from San Francisco is this place called Boba Guys. That Boba Guys place was fucking outstanding. Like some of the best, milk teas I've ever had in my life. And their secret is they use organic, thick, creamy milk. My God, I fucking love that place.
Sounds nice.
That's one thing people don't think about when they make their teas is the milk, and it's such an important factor. You can get, I mean, you can get a milk tea in a lot of places, but can you get a milk tea with a full mouth feel, where the fat coats the inside of your mouth as you're drinking the tea? That's where it's at right there.
I'll be honest, I'm not big on boba. We talked about this before the stream started.
Right.
I'll say just I don't really like milk in general.
Okay.
I get weird dreams when I have anything that's like a milk-based product.
Oh wow.
I have no idea why that is, like, especially ice cream. Like, I'll have crazy fucking dreams if I eat ice cream before going to bed. That's just a fun little Tourmy tidbit, I guess.
Tourmy is lactose dream tolerant. I don't really know how. I don't have a witty thing for that.
I'm willing to accept that one. I can't think of a better one, so I guess we gotta run with that.
I guess. It's so horrible and useless, but it is what it is. I'm horrible and useless, and that's okay.
But that's just on your raid team.
Right, pretty much. When it comes to weekly contribution, GVG, and invasion points, what kind of expectation do you have from your members in Dusk?
GVG and Expedition have been really variable lately, just because the same length.
Okay.
Really, I just look for like 100k per week, roughly, for. And usually I don't have to worry about that because my people just throw down regardless.
Like that.
I've always been really lax on my requirements because, like I said, I'd rather have people aim and not be stressing about their requirements and whether they're hitting them.
For sure.
And, you know, people are really bursty in the way they grind usually. It's like, well, I'm just going to kind of run by on regen for a week, but then I might throw up like 8-10 mil on the weekend, you know? So I really only look for like a mil a week from my people for experience, because I don't really expect every single week, so I know that when they do, they'll go in. I don't like the idea of serious requirements because it just stresses people out. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun.
Right. That totally makes sense. How about for the sub guild? For the sub guild, do they have any requirements at all, or?
I look for 750k per week from them, and the leader there actually sets their weeklies for Expedition. Like I think it was 160k for Expedition this time around. It's all fluctuating because the event length has not been consistent at all.
Right. I mean, most of them have been 2 weeks, right? No?
It's just we've had all these random like 5-day GVGs and stuff like that. I mean, Expedition's been pretty consistent 2 week long, but GVG's been like very.
Like this invasion, were you expecting fucking ninja invasion out of nowhere getting thrown?
I didn't expect to ever see one of those again, to be honest with you. They've been so like anti-invasion, which is like reasonable because honestly nobody really likes it. Just consuming, it's kind of garbage.
All right, I know some of you guys, like I know Shen's waiting for Inferno to come back for him to finish his Zarlock, but yeah, it's
like the thing is, it's just the experience is not good at all from it. Like
right.
it's, you look at the amount of experience you get from 5 badges doing Expedition versus 5 badges doing Invasion, like even comparable. You're not getting nearly as much experience. You're not getting nearly as much materials. You know, the and far between, and for the most part, they've been completely outclassed by expedition familiars anyway. You know,
Well,
it used to be a time where the master from the ninja invasion was like the apex of PvP familiars. Like that was, if you had him, you were wheeling and dealing, and people were scared of you.
for sure. But you got to think about
Had
it.
two of
Last invasion released Crowndy, and Crowndy quickly took over as the best bait fam in the game by a long shot.
But that's because it's a new invasion. Like since they added the 0 SP things to be different, like yeah, it's a very new thing for them to be doing anything other than attack front on your 0 SP attack.
Right.
You know, like since then, any of the content that's come out since they changed that up has been like generally better, because it's almost always better to be attacking not the front enemy, you know?
Sure.
Bounty is just really good because like you can use your SP to attack and never have to worry about whether you'll have SP to heal or shield. It's just it's very safe.
Very true. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go into our next giveaway here. All right, and for our next giveaway, we have Busco. We have a lulz giveaway. This is an entire group of lulz, and we have a Buscout running your tank, 1512 HP solid tank, and with him we've got Vargos, Tourmy's best friend and a fellow leader of the Alliance. And I believe he's the creator of the Alliance as well, correct?
I mean, he was the one that had the idea initially, but it was, you know, it was an agreement between the two of us. He sent me this message. I could find it real fast. Got to go to my conversation with him. Said I had this idea where we could merge Discord server into an entity so powerful even Thanos would shake.
That's awesome.
That was pretty much what started it, was that message right there. I had the audacity to think that he was high and it was a dumb idea afterwards. I was like, man, are you serious? I'd love to partner up with you.
There you go. Well, I mean, you guys are both incredible people, and you guys made a beast that's just, you know, it's definitely one to watch, and it's a lot of fun being, you know, even being on the server and watching you guys work and watching everybody participate.
I think that it's very much changed the way that people look at now. Because for the longest time, it was like everybody was competition. Like if it wasn't your guild, they were competition. Game for recruiting, and you know, it was all like, you know, you still had to have relationships with other guilds and stuff, but for the most part, it was like ship with a strong guild, but they were going to occasionally cherry pick your members in exchange for, you know, the rest of your members with like ads and stuff.
Right.
But like, I forget who all was involved in it, but there's another set of guilds working on forming their own alliance, and I think that's very much a tribute to what
you guys
the
have
alliance.
accomplished. So, were you guys the first group of guilds, or did Transylvania do that first?
I mean, Transylvania is still very much like the conventional guild with sub guilds. Like they're not quite like us, because there's what, 4 guilds, but there's a hierarchy among it. You know, like it's.
Well, I don't want to speak to
Transylvania.
I don't really want to speak to how they run their stuff, and they have, everybody's got their own system. Well, I more want to talk about how you guys do your thing and how you guys are so successful at it.
It's because like we're not just our power into one spot. again, I don't even know too much about how Transylvania runs their stuff either. But my understanding of it is that Transylvania is like the top guild among that, and kind of feeding up towards Transylvania. Whereas, like, you know, we have Balls and Friction and Rev and XGG and our leg, and we all have our own sub guilds that feed up into them. But once you get up to the top, we're all pretty comparable in terms of our strength, and you know, not going to be pulling from each other's guilds.
Yeah, you guys, I really enjoy being just on the server. I know I don't see the inner workings or anything, but just for me, it's the sense of community is really where for me Alliance shines really bright. Now let's talk a little bit about you, Tourmy, as a gamer. Now, what do you classify yourself as? Do you feel like a game completionist, end gamer, socialite? I mean, where do you feel yourself as?
I mean, I think that it depends game to game. Yeah, obviously in this game, I'm very much invested in the social aspect of it, but just all the downtime that there is in this game, like if you're not sitting around and talking to people, it can get pretty dull just grinding things over and over again. I've had a little shade of all of that at some point. Like there was a Assassin's Creed 2. Spent like hours just trying to get every single PlayStation trophy on that. That's just obsession over it for a second. It depends. The game. There's some games there really isn't like an end game to it necessarily, you know, like
Right.
in League, like end game is like late game. You know, like there's nothing that you're really working towards over time in the game. You're playing the same game.
Well, in League, you're looking for rankings, right?
Or you're looking to just suck ass with your friends. That's what I do.
No, it's League is like a community game. It's something to participate. It's like, you know, you can do something with your friends that, you know, everybody enjoys and everybody plays, and everybody's been playing for League's been around for over a decade now.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's had quite a shelf life, just like Minecraft. I still can't believe Minecraft just had their 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, there's just been like a huge resurgence of Minecraft-related memes lately too. Like low-key beef between Minecraft and Fortnite.
But they're so different. It's two very, very drastically different games.
I know, I don't disagree with you at all, but like there's very much like a small beef going on Reddit between the two.
I don't. My Reddits are substantially more pornographic than yours. Literally pornographic, not just food porn. Even though I do have food porn as a Reddit.
Just open up like an incognito tab where you're not logged in. I guarantee you find a meme about Minecraft and Fortnite within like 10 minutes.
I'm sure. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and go straight into our next giveaway before we get into Tourmy and his personal life. We're going to dive deep into what makes Tourmy and what makes him tick and what makes him him and what makes him a pillar and a part of our community. Give you a realistic perspective on the guy behind one of the top guilds in the game.
I can tell you what ticks me off right now. I'm as the third boss in D3.
Oh no. Alright, so for our next giveaway, we have an XGG spot. This is the last of our XGG giveaways for the night. And for this one we have Zane, if I can spell his name right, Zane T21. There we go.
21999.
There it is. And he's running Oblit with APOC, really solid set with Sakura. Really solid ruins. Good dude. He's a really good guy. A family guy like me as well. Even though he's got substantially more children than I do. And there's Ben, another father. And Ben just got his Star Weave, was it yesterday or the day before? So big grats to him. And he's semi free to play, which is definitely, it's amazing. You know, when you're not, like, I admittedly hit it a little bit hard. And when you're not hitting it crazy hard to get Weave, it's quite the achievement. When you're just so focused on, you know, a certain content, you achieve it. It's awesome. So a spot for each of those guys there. So you decided you wanted to have the highest living expense possible, so you live in California, is that right?
I came out here for school and I didn't want to go home afterwards.
Fair enough. Where are you from originally?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of winter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, California is pretty good for that. Of winter.
California's pretty much the same weather year round.
we have summer and then an extended fall and then 2 weeks of spring and then it's back to summer. Of course, if you're in the Bay Area, it's like pretty much always fall because the fog just makes it cold.
For sure. I like the Bay Area.
California is under 65.
Definitely. I mean, I love the Bay Area, but it does have that weather thing going on for it. You got that coastal breeze, and it never gets. For me, I've never been when I've been to the Bay Area throughout the year, and it's never been like obnoxiously hot for me.
Yeah, you missed that a few days ago.
So what
it was like 95 in my house.
95, please. I'm in Las Vegas. It's 105.
Was it 105 in your house, or do you have good air conditioning?
I have good air conditioning. I don't. I can't fuck with that kind of weather.
No, I don't mean it was 95 outside. I mean it was 95 in my house. Acceptable, man.
That's that. Yeah. Do you have AC or what's going on there?
If we do, it's terrible. I mean, we just moved here. We're gonna look into getting like a window unit or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I can't do that. That's a big hard no for me. That's just no.
Apparently, the Home Depot near us just completely sold out of like portable air conditioner setups, which is totally reasonable.
They should have prepped a little bit. You know, it is summer.
We didn't know it was coming, and we wouldn't have had time to prep because we still haven't finished unpacking everything. We only just got our furniture delivered a couple of days ago.
For sure. Yeah, that's right. You guys just moved in. I tried to force my way onto your couch, but that didn't work out. But that makes sense because you guys were just getting in there.
I mean, like, to be fair, I will have a bed available when you get here.
Well, that'll be a while. It's the next time I send my wife and kids to San Diego for an extended period of time, and I can sneak away.
Right, makes sense.
So, San Francisco Bay, are you like right in the city?
I'm across the bridge in East Bay.
Okay. But do you work in the city, or do you not have such a shitty commute?
We're really close to the BART. Have you taken the BART any of the times you've been out here?
I have not. No.
The Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's a train that makes terrible noises, but there's a tube that goes under the bay into the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 20, 30 minutes maybe to get there.
Okay.
Like I'll take that over driving any day of the week though, because driving to San Francisco is that eventually you'll have to park your car, and that's just experience.
Yeah, I remember I had last year I went to the Vietnamese consulate. I had a product that needed to go to Vietnam, so I needed to get a certificate of free sale approved by the Vietnamese consulate, and it's the closest one to Las Vegas. So I flew in there, and I spent a day. I rented a car, and street parking wasn't bad. I found street parking over there by the Vietnamese consulate, and then I went to Chinatown.
Okay.
And it was $35 park for the day.
That sounds about right.
I probably could have found a better place to park, but everything was paid for. Nothing was out of my pocket, so I didn't really care that much.
Right.
But still, $35 is a little bit obnoxious. So, I mean, I love San Francisco, Chinatown. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of fun there. You know, I met up with whenever I travel anywhere in the United States, I meet up with Discord friends. I've been on Discord since early 2016, and I have friends on Discord from 5 or 6 different games that I've played all over the years. And I met up with a friend who goes to school in Oakland. So I picked her up, we drove into the city, and we had a lot of fun there. And I believe she took the BART out back to Oakland. I think I don't know how it works, but I believe she took the BART out from San Francisco, and then she took an Uber back to where she stayed.
I mean, she might just be a little bit far away from the station. BART's just like any other train system, you know? There's stops.
Sure.
Exactly where you're trying to go. It'll get you close enough.
Right. It'll get you within spitting distance, but it's not going to get you up to your door, of course. It's a train. Damn it.
Exactly.
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and roll into our next giveaway of the night. So for this giveaway, we're representing 2 more guilds from the Alliance, Arleg and Friction. I used to call it Fraction, but I was corrected tons of times that it is Arleg and Friction. So let's take a look. First one is from Arleg. We got Aksusti. I'm a big weebo, so I always thought it was Akutsuki from Naruto, but that's my fault, not anybody else's. But yeah, Aksusti is a great dude, and he's running a very fat tank, 1605. All leg ruins, just a complete fucking beast. Like I mentioned, all slots are perm except for the DUSK raid teams, which we'll be getting into soon here. And here are 3 DPS from Friction. We have M. Marting, who is also the leader of Friction. We've got Feud 999, who is a officer of Friction. And we've got Natty Pants, which is another member of Friction who also has Weave, but he just doesn't have it on right now. Great group of guys over there. The only person from Friction I really talked to is Feud, but they're part of the Alliance, so they're amazing. Let's go ahead and get it started. So yeah, you basically get a really fat tank and 3 DPS. If you're a bait, this is a perfect team for you.
Also, whenever I am up for the giveaways, you should know that I will not be such a thick boy tank for long.
Oh, Aloe just fell off. Just like that. Jeez. Damn. What the hell happened there?
Oh snap. This is my first potion on boss 2 out of 3.
Alright, get it. You got this. It's too easy, Tourmy. You got this.
Gotta fight that Sauron looking motherfucker after this.
Sauron looking. Nice.
You know what I'm talking about? He looks like Sauron.
No. Wait, which one's that?
And his name for you, because I don't actually know it. So I'm calling him Sauron for as long as he's been in the game.
Tourmy's very, like, mild-tempered. D3, I'm like, my mind's into it. I'm fucking chewing on a piece of fucking stick or some shit. And just grinding through it, but, I mean, I'm nowhere near Tourmy's level when it comes to this D3, of course.
It's just like, it's mega trials with a debuff. Like, this is my home. Someone's fucking with my ability to heal.
Oof.
Really hope I beat this the way I have it set up though, because then I'm gonna tell people what I used and they're gonna be like, you're a fucking mad lad. It's gonna work too, I just need to get the right combination.
What are you running? I didn't even sneak a peek at you. Let me sneak a peek at you.
It's not the build, it's the familiars.
Oh, I see.
Like, I have Earth and Might and Core, and I have like 3600 stam or something like that. That's 2k attack though.
Yeah, I have my first core lining, but I wanted to get core for my entire group. You probably don't need it, but I will.
The guy's name is Mogher, M-O-G-H-E-R. Ron. Sauron's a better name for him than Mogher.
Well, they kind of sound No, they don't.
Don't sound similar. Don't give me that shit.
Right.
I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fair enough. Need more energy drink here.
Oh no, this is bad. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over so fast.
Let's talk about a little bit of a controversial topic: political correctness. I fucking suck at it. I'm really bad at doing all the right pronouns and all that shit. How bad is it, honestly, in SF?
You know, a really bustling LGBT community out here. I went to school in Berkeley. Possibly even more politically correct than in San Francisco. Know how hard pronouns are until you meet someone that's gender fluid.
Oh, fuck me.
They might just prefer a different pronoun the next time you see them. It's like, God damn it.
That sounds very difficult.
It's complicated. I mean, they were a really good person, but like, you got to just pick a pronoun and stick to it. There's the rhythm bot leaving the chat there.
Did it ditch me?
Yeah, I just heard the disconnect sound.
All right.
After I left.
Oof. I'll resend it.
That's no big deal. We can have some dead air.
Where's it going? I'm curious.
I don't know, man. Where do the bots go when they're not doing anything?
Well, I just resent it, but unless somebody's using it in another channel, which I don't see, is there a private channel that
The voice channels are being used, not that I know of.
Okay. There's one that Vargos hid from everybody. Private little voice channel. It's all good. I have other means of musicality. Just for background noise purposes. That shit.
Background noise. Are
Yep.
rambling about nothing.
No, that's all
Do
good.
we have dead air? I mean, I can keep talking. I can give you a play-by-play of how much D3 sucks if you need me to.
Well, I want to hear a play-by-play after you beat it on stream of how you beat it. That's what I'm waiting for. I beat the fucking shit out of it. It's my bitch, and this is how I made it my bitch. That's what I want to hear.
I'm pretty sure that people are going to be stunned when I beat it with these familiars, though. That's all.
That's what I like. I'm excited for that shit. That's what I want to hear.
To my roots.
That's awesome, man. So, let's talk about your hobbies. Alright. First off, I know you do. You have a lot of them.
I just listed a bunch. You asked me questions. I answered them.
I know. But you knew I was going to approach them on stream.
The whole point of Ask Me Answers is to prepare me to answer the questions again.
Okay. As long as you're aware of that.
I understand the format of what you do. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Make my life difficult. Did you prep any poems for us to hear?
Yeah, I could read one. I didn't prep it, but I got it memorized.
Damn. Alright. Let me pause the music for you. Go ahead. We'll do the poem and then we'll do our next giveaway.
I guess that makes you a liability. With no truthfulness or virility, where's your humanity? Your humility? You know I got the will to be the opposite of futility, the hero to your villainy. The people have more utility than just another billing fee. You slaughter our planet willingly. The irony is killing me. You're milling trees and drilling deep and wondering why the environment's responding with hostility. Responsibility. With all life's fertility, you've no compatibility, and now you're hanging from the edge till you Mufasa, and we're the wildebeest.
That's solid, man. I wish I had 1/1000th of your skill. When it comes to
it's like my favorite thing I've ever written.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Definitely is.
We get that on iTunes.
I don't think they have open mic type of like wordsmithing on iTunes, do they? Well, I guess Eminem's a good lyricist, but it's not like the style.
Yeah, there's if you dig deep enough, there's spoken word all over the place. It's just usually hidden on like a record. Kendrick Lamar has that poem on To Pimp a Butterfly.
I don't really listen to much rap. I'm kind of dull when it comes to that. I'm more of
I used to be the same way, and then I realized that it's great.
Maybe I'll give it another go, but it's not a lot in there for me. I'm more of a classic rock. Like my wife was surprised. We were talking about it yesterday, and she was surprised how my son, his favorite song is AC/DC's Thunderstruck.
Thunder.
Fucking loves that shit. He likes Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and he likes what's that called? Hero. It's not Stained. What's that group? It's got a chick. It's like hard rock. It's got a chick, and it's got guys in the vocals. They're big. Skillet. Yes, thank you. Skillet. Yes. Skillet. Yes. Everybody guess. Everybody knows this shit. Everybody knows that shit better than I do.
It's not saying too much, Raymond.
Of course not. But yeah, he likes that a lot.
Rename the stream Tourmy takes pot shots at Roman the whole time.
That's okay. I don't mind that. Keeps me on my feet. That's why I have this headband. It's to absorb the sweat as you make me sweat, baby.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't actually fucking work out. This is just for the stream.
Just for the aesthetics.
Right. Well, I'm Russian, so I have to have an Adidas headband. It's like required by law.
Oh yeah? Really?
Yeah. I have to have multiple tracksuits, which I do. I have to have a fancy watch, which I do. I have to have a gold chain with either a Star of David or a cross, which I do. So I'm fitting all the criteria. I do have 14 pairs of Adidas Superstars, which so I fit all the stupid check marks of your stereotypical Russian.
That's good.
I don't know if it's good or bad. It's an is what it is kind of thing.
I mean, you're staying true to your roots, so it's important.
Yes, Aloe, I'm on my big squishy ball. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Okay. Yeah, it's right here. My big ball with my sweaty ass. It's supposed to keep my back straight and give me a little bit of an abdominal workout so I don't die. Roman dying on the stream would kill the vibe. Nice. So yeah, well, guys, we're going to go ahead and go into our first of many DUSK giveaways. Remember, these are temp slots. You will have this entire team for a period of 2 weeks. That's right, you get every single member on this team for 2 weeks. And these guys are OP, these are the big boys. This team is at 22,497 TS.
It's you.
Fucking beasts, alright?
So we hope you're DPSs, because like most of them are geared for people who are DPSs.
Yeah. Complete beast of a team, and you can see it right there on screen. We're gonna go ahead and get this started for you guys.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is this crazy fucking ridiculous. Look at this shit. This marble thing is insane. Totally forgot about this one.
When did you start doing that instead of the number between X and Y?
When the second I got a better computer that wasn't complete garbage.
Nice. That makes sense.
I still have both computers running side by side here on my right, and I have 3 screens in front of me.
You showed me your setup.
Yeah. But it
That's
does
vaguely what you're working with.
gets the job done.
We get through the second boss, but we got pots down.
Oof. Alright. Sensual Coconut, congrats on the first DUSK Raid Team giveaway. Woot woot.
But that was one of the ones that shit now. Good for you. It's a quality squad.
I like that little marble race because it just flies through. Everybody just fucking flies through everything.
It's a more fun system than guessing a number.
It is, and it's more interactive. You get to watch everything go.
Wardy wants to join my team. Gold. Just like everything else in this D3. I have persuaded 2 familiars.
Nice.
So far. Yeah.
What how many attempts do you have on D3, you think?
I don't know, like 1,000 energy or so since reset.
Oh, so not that much, but just if they're long attempts.
Yeah, if they're going good, they take a really long time.
Okay. Just slowly
It
working.
makes
through
it so much more bitter when you lose.
I can imagine.
It's a coming.
So, but it's more of a grind than a dollars spent, because 1,000 energy, that's not much.
And no, you're just invariably gonna get pissed off at some point. Like this mob just sniped out my Wimbo.
Oof. So, hey, you're not supposed to spoil what you're using. Shh. So tell us after you beat it. Come on. You're killing your secrets, man. What, so, first off, before we get into yoga, I'll tell you this much. I tried to do yoga in San Diego, and my friend, I did it, so I did like 3 or 4 sessions of the Bikram yoga, the one where it's fucking hot as shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? So, I tried it, and then I got kicked out. No, I didn't get like kicked out of the yoga studio, but my friends never invited me again after 3 or 4 sessions. And my issue is, I get so like relaxed and into it and bendy and everything that I guess my sphincter just loosens up and all this gas just flows out. And I let out these amazingly loud, moist farts in a very confined, tight, warm, hot, sweaty space.
Yeah, those are juicy boys.
So, yeah, my friends always, gave me really, really bad looks. So after 3 or 4 sessions, I kind of was out. What kind of
fighting you back?
Yeah. What kind of yoga do you do?
Yeah, I've done all sorts of yogas. I'm really partial to Kundalini yoga.
What is that? That sounds like an Italian sandwich.
It might as well be. Shit'll fuck you up all day.
Okay.
It's just like Kundalini energy is like originate at the base of your spine and like rise up you up the spine. Like the great word for snake, I think. It's like it has like a very palpable energetic sort of feel to it. You end up doing a lot of really weird shit in Kundalini yoga.
Oof.
A lot of like breathing exercises and stuff. And it's like the first time I did it, I fucking astral projected afterwards. It was intense, to say the least.
What do you mean you astral projected?
I mean, I might have used some fungal supplements.
Oh, okay. Before the yoga or after the yoga?
No, after, but like I just had like the craziest trip of my life. I blame it on.
I'm very vanilla when it comes to this stuff. I haven't done much. I don't do much. I'm kind of boring when it comes to that stuff.
I blame it on the yoga though, because that was the only thing different about it.
That's wild. Walk me through a yoga session, because I know like the sweaty yoga, but how does this Italian pasta sandwich yoga work?
Most yogas start the same way. Like you'll start out like in child's pose or something like that, and just like get in touch with your breathing at first. And no yoga you're gonna do is gonna be exactly the same, and really it's best to try a bunch of different things and then bring it all into your own practice. Usually you start out by like just a calm resting pose and getting in touch with your breathing, and then all depends from there. But it's really, I never thought about describing how the average yoga session goes.
I mean, you're a poet. You should be able to give us a visual representation with your spoken word. You got this.
Thing is, like, it's really... I'm gonna find words. I didn't expect to have to describe visually how a yoga class goes. And also, like, you probably caught from that poem I wrote, it was a little bit more abstract than grounded in physical detail and description.
Definitely.
That's, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to an entire flow to describe it. It's, you end up, you get in touch with your breathing, and then you do poses.
You get in touch with your breathing, and then you do poses. That sounds like sex.
Key to yoga is to, before you move, start your breath. Like, have the breath surround your movement.
Have the breath surround your movement. The breath is usually, like, in my lungs. How the fuck is it around me?
Basically, you start breathing, then you start moving, and then you finish the inhale. Start your exhale, then you start moving into the next pose, and then you finish your exhale. Like, you want the breath to encompass the movement.
That sounds so fucking difficult.
It's really not. It's just like elongating your breath. Like, you know, if you're like, I don't know, like a pose or something, like you're gonna inhale on the way up. So you'd start your inhale, then you start pose, and then once you're up in the pose, be finishing your inhale. And then before you move into the next pose, like say a warrior 2, you're gonna start your exhale and then start your moving, and then once you come to rest, you finish your exhale.
Hey, warrior's the one with the hands out, right? I know that one. I know that one.
Warrior 1's like you have your hands up.
Okay. Like Eiffel Tower.
You're in like almost a squat position with your legs, and then you have your arms coming up.
Okay.
And then Warrior 2, you have your arms either side at shoulder length.
Oh, that's the horizontal to the floor.
Yeah, that's Warrior 2.
Okay. So Warrior 1 is like the fucking Eiffel Tower, and Warrior 2 is like Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, let's go with that. That
Okay.
sounds good.
Thanks. I'm trying to mentally visualize. Because all we have is spoken word. We don't have really much on visuals. I'm too close to the camera to do much of it.
You could just do the whole Google thing real quick.
That's too difficult. I don't know what Google is.
I don't know what Google is.
No. I that's why I have Aloe and DD and Choosy as my mods, and I let them Google things and teach me.
Okay, well, that works. Sounds perfectly sheltered.
Yeah, right. Speaking of perfectly sheltered to perfection and incubated to amazingness, here's our next giveaway for the night, guys. We have this is what is this? Oh, it's a Lulz rating. That's what it is. Very cool. Let's take a look at these guys. All right, so for Lulz, we have Shock and Awe. I remember I used to have a vape mod called Shock and Awe. Long time ago. Alright, but Shock and Awe does have weave, but as you guys can see, he does not need it on this build. He's running Oblit, Degenera, Oblivion. He is a 100% block build with a max Urgoff. Super OP. Amazing. And along with him, we got RBT Shadow. This guy always pushing those rankings in trials and PvP. Rocking it. Got now this one I know got his weave today. Tiny Astrologer 22. Astro Low. See, this is the real struggle, Tourmy, is writing out these names. I could just copy them, but that would be too easy.
as good at spelling as J-Bag is.
Right.
He's on here, so you can hear the dish.
I got lickety split. So we got, looks like we got 2 baits and 2 DPS. I know, I put the I, Aloe did it the first time. I put lickety split with the I at the end too, totally. But yeah, really, really solid, gorgeous raid team there. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Man, I want to do yoga. I wonder if I can get some free sessions.
There's a place in Berkeley called Yoga to the People.
Okay.
That does free yoga. It's like a donation-based thing. Rent you a mat if you don't have one.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, like a mat's what, like $6?
I used to go there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the yoga mats are like not super cheap because the material they use has to be like non-stick and stuff like that, so you don't sweat and.
Like right now on my yoga ball, my balls are sweating like nobody's business.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Right now on D3, it's taking everything I have to not throw my laptop.
I can imagine. It's such a all encompassing grind.
A whole lot of pressing 1 and 2 on my keyboard.
I'm seriously thinking about just waiting to tier 11. I don't want to stress about it.
I have to be at this tier because I have to maintain my streak of having the highest trial in a given tier.
And you don't want to do that one shit at a time. That's a fucking hassle.
Because after a while I have to start manualing it, and not fun. I'm sure I could auto up to like 15 or something like that.
I can imagine.
It's still moving up like 400 difficulties. That's takes like 2 days at least. Oh jeez, okay.
So let's talk a little bit about your cat. Now I'm not an animal guy. I've never had a pet. Well, no, that's not true. I did have a small fish that my wife and I got, and it died in 3 weeks. We called her Helen Keller. We don't know if it was a her or a him, but we had a fish, and we called it her Helen Keller because we don't think it saw anything. It just kept bumping its head against the glass, and it did die in 3 weeks. But it is what it is. I clean the tank. I try to be a good, fish owner. But Oh, and by the way, after killing the fish, we decided to have a kid. Try again. That's kind of a quick progression from fish to kid. But it is what it is.
Yeah, kids are just pets with a higher degree of difficulty.
Substantially higher degree.
And a longer lifespan.
Yeah, surprisingly longer than the fish. Yeah, I expected about 4 weeks, but yeah. Really, really fucked up.
I know, right? It's a little bit darker than I expected.
Right.
But, I'm about it. That's okay. Nothing like get the stream going.
Right.
Anyways.
Well, I had Tourmy prep his D&D dice in case somebody wants to give it to a random person. Right, Tourmy? You got the D&D dice? Maybe.
I can pull up Roll20 and roll something.
There we go. Okay. So
I don't actually have.
Oh, you don't actually have the physical die?
Oh, because we've been playing on Roll20.
Okay.
And you definitely didn't have me prep that, so don't. I don't think you can get away with the smoke and mirrors here, Roman. I will call you on all your bullshit.
Hey, baby, I'm in Vegas. We're all about smoke and mirrors. We've got 12 Cirque du Soleil shows. Cirque du Soleil, and we've got like so many of that shit around here. Magicians, street performers, we got it all.
Of course.
Yeah, it's all about that here. I got one of my close buddies. You know, he started out as a band teacher, or a band teacher for a local high school, and so he did band teaching, and then he performed on the Vegas Strip with his little troupe. They're all drummers. It's like a little drum line. And then somebody from the Golden Knights saw his troupe, and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to perform in front of the Golden Knights?" And now he's on retainer for them, which is awesome.
Not bad.
Yeah. So going from high school band teacher and part-time night street performer to on retainer on the Golden Knights drumline. Huge.
That's big.
Definitely. I mean, the guy is an incredible talent. I was featured on the news and everything.
Yeah, once you're on the news, you're a big deal.
I mean, local Vegas news is really cool. It's not too much politics. There's really cool stuff. Like they have. I think it's one Friday of the month. They have like local eateries that are cockroach infested and shit and all fucked up. They get D ratings and they post them on the news to warn everybody. They don't throw it. They put it out there. It's the only news segment that I watch locally to figure out what place did I eat that had cockroaches.
Oh wow! There's a whole program for that.
Yeah, it's one segment a month.
The Cockroach Watch.
Basically, you're like, oh yeah, that place. I thought it had an A in the window, but actually now it's a D because they found cockroaches in the kitchen. You're like, shit. I thought I had something crunchy in my burger.
If they had one of those in LA, it would be just every single one because there's so many cockroaches in LA.
Well, the thing about LA, but so I used to live in San Diego. I still have a house.
And I was talking about the people. I don't know if there's cockroaches there.
Hey!
Anyways.
Terrible. Now, when it comes to, I skipped over Kitty. Talk to me about your cat.
Okay, what do you want to know?
First,
she's sleeping on my PlayStation right now.
Is it because the PlayStation's warm and a comfortable place to sleep?
It is. She has shut it off when I was in the middle of stuff before. It's gotten her in trouble in the past.
Oh.
She shut me off in the middle of a game of Apex Legends one time. I was like, Kitty, I'm gonna fuck you up. I couldn't stay mad at her for long. She's adorable.
How old's your cat?
Like 16 weeks now. She's still very much a kitty, but big. Out, she's like almost exactly 2 feet long. A useless statistic, but it's there.
Did you have her since she was born?
We got her about 6 to 8 weeks into her existence.
Well, so you haven't had her for that long.
We really haven't.
She's acclimated quite well.
Yes, she loves the shit out of me.
That's fantastic.
Mad this morning though.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of little boogers that have been making it hard for her to breathe, so I keep wiping them off, but she really hates the idea of them being wiped off for some reason. Been over this. You breathe better after I do this. Stop fighting me.
Right. It's like the same for my kids. My son got used to it. So my son, I can even do the neti pot on him. I can do the neti spray bottle and the one where you pour into one nostril and it goes out the other. My daughter doesn't have any of it. She doesn't even like tissues. But
anything to say, kitty?
So yeah, it's.
She is
12 weeks old.
Hi, baby.
How old is 12 weeks in adult years? Does it translate? Is there like a cat years, same as dog years?
I don't necessarily know. I mean, she could live to be like 20 or so.
Okay.
I think we take good care of her, isn't that right, baby? Grabbed her off the PlayStation.
It's like, I was
Like,
so
I'm trying to
comfortable.
get you to talk to Shreem. Huh?
I hear the collar jangling around.
Something to say right now.
Do you have to, in San Francisco, is there any requirements for pets?
Any requirements for what?
For pets, like, do you have to RFID them, or any spay and neuter, or anything like, is there any, like, particular rules for pets?
Necessarily.
Okay.
How come you're talking all day and you got nothing to say right now? Well,
Billy Hoyer, I have no idea when it comes to animals. All I have is kids, and I'm not spay and neutering my kid. So I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with kids.
you're not gonna spay and neuter your kid?
I don't think so.
It's like more of your genetics are gonna make it into the world. That's selfish, man.
Right. Well, my parents are all about that, because I actually have the last son of my generation. Everybody else had girls. So every other female of my generation, I mean, they're not going to transfer the last name. They're going to take the father's name. But I'm the only father who had a son.
You're the one who's carrying on the bloodline.
Exactly. So everything rests on my son. Every family member checks in on how my son's doing all over the world. I have people contacting me from Israel, from Russia, from Australia, from Budapest, from Paris, from Canada. Relatives I didn't even fucking know I had are contacting me, asking me how my son is doing. Nobody gives a fuck about my daughter. Nobody gives a flying fuck. You know, even though my daughter is smarter. She's like, she's smart as a whip. She's amazing. My son is just, he's the son. I didn't realize how much, I mean, I always, all these memes online about, you know, sexism this, sexism that. I didn't realize it until I had kids. How much people care about boys more than they do girls. At least when it comes to
I think that you got a little
lines.
bit of a special case, given that that's like the family name is coming down to him.
Yeah, it's really
That's
bizarre.
a little bit different.
You think so?
Um,
No, I don't subscribe to any form of political correctness, but I was still amazed at the approach the entire family from like 4 different continents just approaches the idea of my son.
That's fair. It is a little peculiar for sure. Not denying that.
Yeah. But hey, when you have kids, we'll see how that works out. We'll see how. Are you planning on having kids, by the way?
Yeah, eventually. Just not immediately.
Fair enough. Before we get too far into this, we gotta do another giveaway. We got a lot to go still.
Yeah.
Alright, this is gonna be the first
This
giveaway
round's over.
from an Alliance guild called R3V. R3V. I don't know. I used to call him Rev, and then Aloe almost tore apart my bumhole when I called him Rev. So R3V. I have to enunciate the 3. So R3V. And first one from R3V is...
Yeah, Rev 9 is their sub guild.
Right. Horrible.
Is Topsy in here?
Jeremy already went to sleep, so...
Damn it.
It's not as efficacious of a comment.
Right. That would be a top comment if Topsy was still here.
Right.
It was mostly a comment directed at Topsy. He's my absolute favorite noob in the game.
So guys, the first one on this R3V team is Psy. Now, Psy is one of my... I have a really soft spot in my heart for people who do unique builds. I am not that guy. I don't do unique builds. I do pretty standard, generic garbage. Now, Sai is amazing with that. He's got an incredible build with APOC, with that Meteor Blaster, Weave, and 100% block. Oh, it's 100. Looks like a 100% block and Gale and DR. It's a cool build. I love it. And he's constantly messing with his build. It's just an incredible dude. Along with Topsy, we have Excellent. Excellent's running a DPS build, similar to mine right now. I have a single target. He's got the Arsenal build. And we also have Mambo Hubba. And, another cool build. I love it. This is, I know my guildie Fifth now runs a similar build as well, with Trug and Mercy. Very cool.
He's a good dude. I drank with him not too long ago.
Oh, nice. There you go.
He stopped by when I met up with Vargas and Sir Jive and.
Very cool.
And Skelnick was there too. Good man.
Yeah, I missed out, but I was way far away. Next time.
We missed Novantis by like 2 days. He
Oh!
Come out if we were there like 2 days later.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
This is the end of side 1 of this record.
Dead air.
Please now turn
We're watching the marbles, man. Watching people fall off this.
Yeah, Billy threatened me if I have too much dead air, he's gonna find a way to tunnel into the chat. He's still here, so.
Billy's a great dude.
He threatened me though.
Ah, well, that's Billy for you. What do you expect?
I mean, it was before and during the stream. This chat history, you could find it. There's a thread about not having dead air, so I gotta ramble.
You gotta ramble.
Real fast. Watching the marbles, because also there's probably a 6-second delay.
Yeah, there is. This is a fun little track. It's got like little glue traps and everything.
I'm also still D3ing, so I'm not too worried.
Are you making progress in D3? How's it looking?
I mean, I'm beating bosses. It's just
It's the third one that's catching you a little bit with your pants down, huh?
yeah, it all depends on what bosses I get. I mean, like I'm about to handily knock down the Scorpion guy. It's good because I haven't needed a potion for him yet. Anytime you make it through a boss without using a potion is a good time.
Sure.
About the small hollow victories.
Okay. Every little bit counts, always.
Just need the right procs, man.
So when it comes to games, what games are you currently playing right now? I know we got Bit Heroes, we got Apex Legends, what else you got? League?
Yeah, and those are the three I've really played the most recently. It's because my brother was really into it, and I just kind of picked up on it. Been playing that with Vargas a lot lately, actually. We had a period of time where we had a pretty sizable tribe on Ark Survival.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. Been playing Enter the Gungeon. Of Isaac. Bros. I used to be like really big in Melee. Still playing the Ultimate a lot. It's a good game. Kind of the main ones right now, I guess. set up my Switch yet since I moved, because I need to find a good place for it.
See, I can never... I tried to get into, like, game systems. The only games... I've had 2 game systems in my entire life.
Cutting out big time, guy.
I am?
You just cut out in the middle of that.
That's weird. I see myself on my OBS. But it's probably Discord. You've been a little bit in and out here too, but it's all good. I've only had 2 game systems ever. I've had a Game Boy, which I played a few Pokemon games on, and I've had an Xbox. I never had anything else. So I mean, I have my computer, and I played everything else on my computer. So I mean, I guess not having kids gives you a lot more time to do what you want, right?
Yeah, presumably. I mean, I haven't had them yet, so I can't speak from experience, but it does seem like people have less time when they have kids.
Well, one thing that I noticed immediately. Well, I mean, because the cat, how much time a day do you spend taking care of, preparing food, and all that on your cat? Say a few hours.
You know, preparing food is like no time at all, because we just get it out of a can. Mm-hmm. We are going to try to put her on a raw diet eventually. For the time being, it's just, you know, open up a can. But she needs to be played with a lot, because otherwise she just has a bunch of energy and she's crazy little murder baby if we don't play with her.
Does she knock over like pottery and stuff around the house at all?
She's not yet knocked anything of value over. Pretty well behaved.
Good.
She's a good girl.
That's impressive.
The worst she does is scratch.
She have big claws?
Scratches people. Yeah, she has sharp claws. They're tiny, but they're sharp. Asking. It's not how big they are, it's how dangerous they are.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about getting another pet for my kids, but it's just like... My kids are very aggressive.
Are they?
Yeah. So in general, I've noticed this. You know, growing up, I grew up around a lot of Russian kids, and Russians are just very genuinely aggressive, caustic people, even from their childhood. I mean, I was aggressive and caustic until military school broke me, essentially. You know, it got my head straight and got me focused on life. But yeah, it's like I'm worried my kids are gonna need some sort of focus to get them away from that super aggressiveness. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
My wife, I feel, coddles them a little bit much. Like my wife calls me at right now. I'm in Las Vegas and they're in San Diego. It's been like that for about 3 weeks, and I see that kids aren't going to sleep until 10:30, 11, and my mind's fucking blown. Because I would never allow that. I would kick the little shit's ass if they try to do that. Totally, that would not happen on my watch.
Right, that's a little late. How old are they?
They're 2 years old and 4 years old.
Jeez, that's way too late.
Exactly.
What are they doing?
Well, they're flying around the house. So here's like, to a point I understand it, because in Vegas we're alone here. We have no family. We have a limited amount of friends locally, and we have no friends with kids locally that are the ages of my kids. But in San Diego, we've got shitloads of cousins. I mean, for fuck's sake, my wife is Chinese. And, you know, sorry about the Chinese stereotype, but they have shitloads of kids and shitloads of relatives. You know,
right.
My wife's mom, she has 7 sisters and brothers. My wife's dad, he's one of 8.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty hefty.
These are gigantic fucking families. There's a cousin that lives across the street. 2 blocks down, there's another cousin, and both of them have 2 to 4 kids each. So it's like they're everywhere. They have 3 restaurants down in Chula Vista. So it's like if they want to hang out, they have somewhere to hang out, get free food. One of them owns a play area. So there's tons of activities, tons of areas for the kids to hang around. So they have so much more energy. And with that energy, naturally, it's harder to calm down.
Right, yeah.
Here in Vegas, I'll take them to the park. I'll make them run laps. And after the laps, they'll pass out because they just got exhausted. But over there, they have that emotional energy of interaction that keeps them going.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
It's such a different lifestyle. So I was thinking about moving back to San Diego, but I mean, there's just so much more money here. If I live in Vegas, I can earn substantially more than I would if I was over there. Unfortunately, I can only do so much remote. I can do a lot, but I can only do so much. I can manage my suppliers, I can do a lot of things, but I basically remove one of my jobs. And I don't want to remove that job. That's still a substantial number. I want to be able to make sure I have both kids completely taken care of for college. I don't want them to worry about loans. I mean, I have people who are shitting on me for that, but I don't want them to worry, you know. I think it's a fair thing to do.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a gift to give your kid to, you know, not have debt coming out of school.
I mean, I'm gonna put it in a trust. I'm gonna put it in a trust so the money can only be used for school. But still, it's like one of those things. It's important. You know, God forbid something bad happens to me. I want to have that money set aside. That way, they're taken care of to do school and whatever needs to be done. So that's what I work for. Now that you know, having kids, it definitely is. It's a perspective change for me.
I get that.
So, how long have you been with your girlfriend?
Like 3.5 years or so.
3.5 years. Have you guys talked about marriage and kids and that kind of thing?
A little bit. Don't think it's like a pressing issue for either of us.
Okay. You guys still want to travel and just be your own people for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anything that needs to be rushed into. We're committed to each other, but
definitely. Well, what are you thinking? Like
a deal.
A couple more years before you guys really get into the kid thing?
Probably, yeah. But she's a few years younger than me, so.
Okay. Hey, there you go, robbing the cradle.
A little bit.
What's the age difference? My wife is actually quite a bit older than me. 8 years older than me.
3 years. And a half.
Oh, that's nothing. 3.5 years is in this day and age, it's nothing. You know.
It's really not that big of a difference, but still, like, I were to be ready for kids now, she's probably still a little bit farther behind on that because she's younger and she's the one who has to carry the kid.
Right. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and roll. We're going to start rolling through these giveaways a little bit because I still have a lot of giveaways and I do want to kind of take a nap today. I plan to go out again at 3 a.m. My buddy wants to gamble and go eat at South Coast. South Coast has this amazing prime rib for like $5 from 2 to 5 a.m. So, fucking Las Vegas, man. It's like no other city out there. You're like, you know what? When can I get a good food deal? Oh yeah, 2 a.m.
It's kind of asinine.
Yeah, it is what it is. But it's just like, you know, you have nobody in the casino, and the casino wants to generate business at this dead time. I mean, they're still open. They still have the doors open. They might as well figure out a way to get people in those doors, right?
Right. I mean, it makes sense. It's just insane to think about, like, having hot food deals at 2 in the morning.
Right.
Lucky to even find somewhere open at 2 in the morning. Box is closed by then.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of 24-hour places in Vegas because, like everybody knows, the famous saying, Vegas never sleeps. And it's pretty much true. Vegas is constantly in motion, constantly stuff going on. And we love this city. I mean, it's for me that was another issue is that if I move a lot of the family over here, it's gonna be nice for the kids, but you know it's also the weather here is not like it is in San Diego. I mean, San Diego is just like you know the Bay Area. It's a coastal town. You're gonna have the breeze. You're gonna have that fresh, crisp air, regardless of pollution or smog or anything else. You're still gonna have the crisp air from the ocean just washing it away, at least to some point.
Yeah, the fog here really cleans the air up. Like our air quality is awesome in the Bay because the fog rolls in, it picks up a bunch of the pollution and drags it back out to sea. Great.
Definitely.
Topsy asked who TK Shino is in 2 chats. But then a GOG chat too.
How does the China pollution get it to SF? I don't even know how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Chinese people here, so maybe that's a factor.
That sounds racist. Alright, and as you guys see, we have our second raid team on the board from Dusk. And this one's got Big Mo, Sporadic, TK Shino, and J-Bag. Just an incredible team. TK rocking 3 Ancients on that build. Like, fucking madman. Fucking just beast. All the Dusk...
dick build.
It's the big dick build, that's right. It's when you take your dick, you slam it through the table. You don't put it lightly on the table. You through the fucking table. You take that...
That's an important detail. It has to go through the table.
Through the table. Not that it's a pencil dick, that it's sharp. But never mind, that's too many details. Just get this race going.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it, just go with it.
Before it's not that difficult.
Digging too deep, yeah, pretty much. TMI.
That's the thing really hard about it, 'cause he has no idea what it would be like to have a big dick.
Oh, man. Oh. Yes, all the Dusk Raid teams are temps.
Said you gotta rename it to Tourmy takes pot shots at Roman the whole time.
Right.
Because I love you. Because I love this little kitty.
Oh, there he is. Wait, is that he or she? Let me get this right.
She.
She.
Her name is Nymeria.
Nymeria?
Yeah. Isn't that right?
What kind of a name is Nymeria?
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Arya names her direwolf Nymeria after a warrior princess from Dorne.
All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I love Game of Thrones, but I don't watch shows like that deeply. I just kind of like watch them. They're just there, you know. Just some background noise for me most of the time.
Yeah, low-key, her name is just Sneaky Baby.
Sneaky Baby. I like that.
Isn't that right, Sneaky Baby? Yeah. Hear her when she does that?
Yeah, I do. It comes out through loud and clear.
No, you don't want to be pulled towards my microphone? Okay.
So, Tourmy, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go and rattle through these next few giveaways, and then we're going to do a Q&A session.
I'm just going to hit that bang bang skeet skeet real quick.
Bang bang skeet skeet. We're going to open it up.
Bang bang and you didn't skeet skeet after. Did you really bang bang in the first place? That's an open question to the crew.
How is it? I mean, you have to skeet after the bang bang. That doesn't make sense.
I know, right?
It's not successful.
it would be illogical to bang bang and not subsequently skeet skeet.
Unless you're doing it with a...
this.
Well, unless you're doing it with a limp cock and you're just like, you know, you're 12-inch flaccid. But never. Why are we going into this in such detail?
No, you seem very fixated on these large penises today.
I am. I know it's clearly something that's a massive
on your mind.
Massive concern to me. All right, we're gonna rattle off directly into the next one.
Jeez, he said you gotta skeet first.
That'd be awkward.
Cheesy, don't do that.
It's like that that show back in the day. It had a short run on American TV, but internationally it was really popular, called Minute to Win It. You remember that one?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a little competition of things you have to complete in a minute to continue, and you complete a certain amount of things and you win a prize.
Yeah.
So this next giveaway is from Lulz. Let's take a look at this Lulz rating. So we got Vertico Scali running a beautiful bait build with Earth and Might, Bath Salt, and Twitch.
Just came off a win in Expedition.
Oh, nice.
Fun fact.
Sick.
Tourmy.
Well, that guy just beasted an Expedition. Fucking went crazy. I love that shit. I was like, he's hitting it. But he had, so that's what I noticed. When you're in rank 1 or rank 2 or 3, sometimes you're getting really fucked hard on myths. And I saw him in the rage cage getting fucked on those myths. I was like, oh man, I feel you so bad, brother.
Yeah, I only got 9 cloaks of Dark Tides.
Oh yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
I read.
What was that? You broke off at the end there. Tourmy, did we lose you? I think we...
Can't hear you, by the way, if you're saying anything.
Oh, I think it was a reception lost overall. I don't know if it's Discord or what is it. But yeah, that was weird. That was a big block off.
Per side.
It looks like we're back now. You were saying about the 9 cloaks of Dark Tide.
Yep. That was a lot of them. That's for sure. I ran a stupid amount of Expedition to finish my D3 4M.
But hey, it's worth it. You like it? You feel like it was worth it?
I love him. I just hate D3 so far.
I see.
Beastin' though, because like the damage on him goes straight against the debuff. So he's doing a lot of work. Even when he was only +3, he was like clearly my best contender in trials. With augments being factored in, and the fact that he was, you know, technically speaking, weaker than because he didn't have his.
For sure. Oh, look at this. This marble track's got like a rain effect and everything. It's fancy.
I'm sure I'll be able to see that in 6 seconds.
Oh, it's alright. We've been on it for more than 6 seconds, I think.
I have Tiny Astrologer on your screen. I'm pretty sure I'm way behind here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are. I wonder if it's your internet. Is it... I mean, it's definitely better than the old place. I don't think
my internet's fine. It's just...
I don't know why you're getting such a big stream delay.
I have no idea. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm hardly looking at it because I'm just pushing buttons over here.
Fair enough. You're still trying to knock that D3 out of the park. You got this.
Passively pushing buttons.
You got this. I'm a believer. I'm a believer, Justin Bieber.
It just fuck around and get DPS soon.
Yeah, TK did have a DPS. How many are you using? A lot of core augments?
I only have one.
Okay.
I'm using it on Groundy.
Sure.
Very limited range of movement right now. The cat is like super passed out on my chest after I picked her up to make noise for you guys.
Well, luckily you pretty much only need to do 1 and 2 for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much. Just on the ones and twos. Shout out to Cheesy. Okay, we got a Zoe rule. It's alright if he doesn't freaking one-shot my Groundy immediately.
So you're just basically you're learning what each and every one does. Each and every one of the bosses.
I already know what they do. It's just a question of like when I don't have my usual sustainability. Have most of these familiars movesets memorized.
Sure.
Trials. Just trials on trials on trials. At some point during the tier, that'll be my life for a week, is just manualing trials.
How high do you think you can get? What's your prediction?
Ah, man. I don't even know what the starting point is right now. It's a big thing.
Well, you're going to be at 1700 after you finish D3. We know that already.
Alright, then, I mean, 19. So it's a time constraint more than anything.
Right.
I'm not limited by my ability to move farther. It's my ability to
actually grind it out.
Yeah, like it's just time. You have to manual everything when you're that far up. Marble races are long.
Oh, the marble races? Yeah, they got some time on them. I mean, we have tracks that are like fucking quick, and everybody just gets thrown off to smithereens and shit. We'll do the next Dusk race. Choosy, what was the name of the track for that one that just fucking flings everybody's ass off? Death Alley. Okay, for sure. So for this next one,
sounds appropriate.
Right. So for this next one, it's going to be another Dusk giveaway. As you guys can see, it's going to be coming up in the stream there. We've got Golbez, or Golbs. How do you pronounce it? Golbez? Golbs? Golb.
Just pronounce it Golbez.
Golbez. Sounds like Spanish.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I've never talked to him.
Right. Golbez.
Or anything.
Sounds foreign.
Is Profane still here?
KB saying it's Golbez. Okay. And we got Sporadic, DK, and Profane Gaming. So, another really solid team. Remember, again, all the Dusk teams are 2-week temp spots. The rest on these streams are perm spots. With, variable kick timers, of course. Once they add you, if you want. Don't, fucking crowd them, but, you can message them in-game and ask, how long's your kick timer? Most people are pretty reasonable when you ask those kind of questions.
None of my boys are gonna get pissy with you for asking a question like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've only ever kicked one person for something other than a kick timer, and that was when somebody attempted to send me 8 world boss invites in the course of 5 minutes. At the same time, they were spamming general chat, off topic, and multiple channels on the main Discord. For world boss, and it wasn't even normal. It was world boss tier 5. You shouldn't be doing world boss tier 5 at all. You should be starting in tier 7. So, whatever, Choosy. You've been on my friends list for forever. I can't get rid of you. You're like a cancer. You're just like a growth I can't rip off.
The way you gotta do it with Choosy is just take him off your friends list during stream.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. He's a good dude.
I did that. It was awesome.
Nice.
That was one of the best moves I could have possibly made.
Oh.
I told him I was leaving the stream because I had to go.
And you just ripped him off. Like
Yeah,
a
then I
band-aid.
removed him from my friend list and was just sitting in his stream waiting to laugh about it.
GG.
I messaged him in games, like I knew he closed out my message box, that he couldn't respond to me in game anymore.
Oof.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. Ultimate troll. Oh yeah, I broke his game for a second too. That's right.
Jeez.
He went to start a raid. Like I was showing up on his raid team still when I wasn't on his friends list, and he went to start the raid, and it crashed his game.
Oh.
Stuff. I forgot about that. How hard they actually have to reload.
Yeah,
That's gold.
One of the reasons why I swapped computers is because Marbles completely shut down my stream and it crashed everything for me. So I knew it was time to upgrade. So I can feel the pain.
Marbles?
Yeah, Marbles. My old computer couldn't even handle it.
Who would have thought that marbles could be so powerful?
Oh yeah, it has. I probably had it running at a really high graphics spec. No, it is what it is. My old computer, was a really, really old chipset. I already forgot what chipset it was, and it was like a second generation i7. And now it's what, the 8th or 9th generation? I don't even know.
No.
Yeah, I know I got an i9, a 9900K, but I don't know what generation it's from. I'm guessing i9 is 9th generation? Because it's i9, but that's not the way it works. Oh, there. Billy confirmed i9 is 9th generation. Cool.
I'm glad we got someone on staff that knows that.
Yeah, somebody who actually knows this shit. Whoa! Smolder! Flew right off. Poor guy.
It's getting heated on the track here.
Yeah,
6
Techno Center
seconds
took
in
it.
the future, something happens.
Right.
Should kind of give him spoilers if you talk about people falling off the track.
Well, no, because my voice will come through in real time.
Oh, that's right.
Same with
yeah.
you. Your voice will come through in real time for them.
Okay, yeah, I get it. No worries.
You and me, we're reading the chat at your time, but on the stream, our voices are coming through at the time that they're seeing it. It's weird. It takes a whole thing to get used to.
I've been on either side of the coin before. It's all good.
Magic voice box. What is Lower Legends playing into? We're just finishing up the race. Alright, Gratz Techno Center. If we can get your IGN, please. Oh shit, I need new batteries. Oh, I have new batteries. Perfect. I've been all my buddies. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of a vape called this before, Tourmy, but my buddies call my vape robot dick, and they say I suck on the robot dick too much.
Oh, that makes sense. You have been all about those dicks tonight.
Right? Clearly.
Mystery.
Right. I'm revealing a lot of stuff in introspection. Oh, Zampi. Okay. Perfect. Aloe added him. Very nice. Alright, let's take a look at our next giveaway. This is going to be our last non-dusk giveaway of the night, and these are perma spots. And this is your chance to get one of my chat mods, a very special person to me. Somebody I truly appreciate in more ways than one. It's Aloe Vera. The purpleness of her build is gorgeous, and of course, I'm a big fanboy of Inferno. I like everything about Inferno, other than the fact that it's a pain in the ass that you have to reforge. I mean, you have to restat every time you use it. That's the shittiest part about Inferno. Other than that, it's awesome. Yeah, lady is stacked. I mean, amazing build there. And alongside Aloe, we have LGJEIN. There we go. Yeah, I got it. Alright. Running a bait from R3V. Again, this is a full R3V raid team. And last but not least, we have Mambo Hubba, which got a chance to hang out with Tourmy while he was on vacation. That's pretty cool. We know he's a vocal community person, which is cool. Also, Tourmy gets around.
Hey, I did not ever meet up with Mambo.
Oh, I thought you. Wait, you did mention you met up with him.
I met up with Sir Jive and Vargas and Visturch and Skelnick. Yeah, the leader of Soja.
Okay.
Showed up for a little bit. His name's Godson, and then Fifnar stopped by for a little bit.
Okay, I thought I thought you mentioned stopping by with Mambo, but I guess not. I guess I missed it. My attention to detail is not particularly high.
Yeah, we know that.
Right. Roman, yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That guy's in shambles. Shambles.org. My other nickname is shambles.org.
Yeah, I remember. I think every time he says shambles, by the way, guys, if you don't know how to play the Roman drinking game.
I used to say it more often, but not quite as much as I used to.
And I'm just saying, that's still a drinking game for you as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, fair enough.
At least once per stream, I think. An on stream, dude.
Alright, looks like Myth Feather's got a lead here. Oh, and he's out. That was quick.
Oh, the tides have turned.
And Lower Legend. Man, so many people got tossed off. Everybody's falling to their death.
Oh, holy crap. All the tides. They're turning.
Ventress got another lead here. Oh, and Ventress falls. Alright, Webrus. All hopes rest on Webrus. And so many people are falling off the track here. F4 is gone. Smolder's gone. Yeesh. I just see people falling left and right and right and left. So many things in this track that can cause you to fall off. There you go. Webrus took it home. Nice. And we lost a lot of people. Out of the however many it was, like 30 some people, there was only 11 people left on that track. That was crazy.
Incidentally, you may have lost a lot of people, but I lost audio for a little bit.
Oof. Yeah, it's... I don't know if it's Discord or what is it. But...
Discord's just Discord.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I thought about, for my interviews, switching over to Skype. I'm just not sure how everybody would be about that. I don't
have to download Skype.
You don't want to.
No, fuck that.
You don't use it for business at all?
Oh, not really.
Okay. Yeah, you see, I use it for business almost on a daily basis. Well, I use Skype and WhatsApp. With WhatsApp, I contact with my Indian, Thai, and Korea. With Skype, I still do primarily China. Sounds good, Webrus. Yeah. It's just, when you're dealing with international context, they have a preferred way of doing it. And I'm not, just like you don't want to deal with Skype, I don't want to deal with WeChat. And that's what China wants me to download. I don't want WeChat. My wife's got it. Looks like cancer. I don't want to fuck with it. Probably fine, but no thanks. We're going to move on to our 4th raid team from DUSK. Again, all the DUSK raid teams are 2-week temp spots, but there's some amazing fucking 2-week temp spots. I gotta tell you. And again, we got that goal, as KBE explained, the right way to pronounce it. It's goal, like a goalie kicks it, goal, followed by Bez. I don't know what Bez is. Like Pez, but Bez.
I'm the Bez.
Like I'm the Bez, like DJ Khaled or something. I don't know. I know.
DJ Khaled is just the Guy Fieri of making music.
The Guy Fieri. I like that. DJ Khaled is the Guy Fieri of making music. Quote Tourmy. Love it. So we got Golbez, Sporadic, TK, and X-Dreads. I did some T10HC with X-Dreads today. Great dude. We have a little community in Bit Heroes of Asian Italians. In case you guys didn't know, X-Dreads, Hyoki, and Dior are all Asian Italians. It's pretty cool. And they're all beasts, by the way. They're all OP weave using mofos. All over level 500. So those Asian Italians killing it. I've noticed that we have such a multicultural display here in Bit Heroes.
Yeah, I know people all around the world. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just like this. Even this morning, so we had our 10HC, and we had Ray Roman from Amsterdam, we had X-Dreads from Italy, Frostbeard from Germany, and me in Las Vegas. Just in that one little world boss group. It's just insane when you think about it. How this one game brings everybody the fuck together. Fucking wild.
I remember doing one that was like me in California's X-Cores in Netherlands, and then Sunny SPM in Japan and JBag in Australia. Has to be one of the most spread out world bosses ever.
Yeah, it's kind of out there. Cool though. I mean, I think that's, and also I noticed that with our community we have a lot of parents, a lot of parents, which I don't really find in other games as much. I've played a lot of games on different platforms, and not many different, just mobile and PC. Like I act like I have a lot of platforms. No, just mobile and PC. But there's usually a lot of younger gamers. But I noticed in Bit Heroes specifically, we have a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, 40s. Even though we even have some in their 50s, and I believe a few guilds even have guys in their 60s, which is incredible to me. I pray to God that when I'm in my 60s, I'm still fucking gaming and doing stupid shit like I am right now. I mean, I hope I will be.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's gonna be much more of a thing in the future. Think about all the people who have just grown up with video games and stuff. It's not like they're having to introduce themselves to something new to be invested in it, like parents at this point. It's like, there's gonna be a whole generation of parents that like grew up playing video games themselves.
Right. But just like I imagine myself, like I'm in Dan's shoes. Dan's got himself and his son still playing games. They're playing games together, and for me, that's the most amazing thing. I really hope I'll be like them.
I gained a whole lot of respect for Dan when I learned a little bit about him. And like why he's even playing this game. You're such a good dude.
Yeah. That's a huge shout out to Dan. He is an incredible guy. And
Dan,
happy birthday, J-Bag.
Birthday who?
I hope.
Birthday?
J-Bag. He's 31 today.
Bag. Oh, hey J-Bag. I was dishing on your spelling earlier. You must not have been here. The 20. On the cusp, you might be a Cancer. I found out during that Florida man and your birthday spree in our server that you're a Leo. That makes a lot of sense.
Who's a Leo? Oh, J-Bag? Who?
No, you.
Me?
Yeah.
How'd you find out I was a Leo?
Just in a picture with the caption for the Florida man and your birthday.
Oh! Damn! I didn't even think about that.
I pay attention.
Damn, you got me. Wow.
I probably could have pegged you for that if I put any degree of thought into it at all before that point. I saw your name, or your post with your birthday. I was like, oh, he is a Leo.
Probably.
And that. Happy birthday, J-Bag.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, big boy.
Thanks for coming by my stream on your birthday. I'm sure you got a nice J in hand. It's worth two in the bush. I used to do this thing where I tried to quantify how much something was worth in the bush if I had it in my hand.
I don't understand what you're saying at all. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't.
A bird in hand is worth two in the bush.
I don't know what that means.
It's an old expression, like, it's have now is more valuable than two in the bush, basically.
Okay.
That's just an old expression, but I used to just try to like quantify how much something was worth in the bush if I have it in my hand, and is worth like an infinite amount in the bush, right? Because like if that beer's in the bush, you probably don't want it. Like, you gotta ask yourself, is the beer open? Like, if it is, you definitely don't want the beer in the bush, no matter how much beer is there. Like, is it closed? I don't know. Maybe I do want that beer. Like, is it good beer? Is it cheap beer? You gotta ask yourself a lot of questions about that one.
That's too fucking complicated. The fuck?
I know, I just used to, that was like a thought experiment I used to do all the time.
It's a shitty thought experiment. I don't want to think about fucking bushes full of beer. What the fuck?
It's just anytime I say I had something in my hand, like if I were to say I got a beer in hand, I'd be like, shit, how much is that worth in the bush?
Okay.
It wasn't like a thought experiment. I was like compulsive. It was like,
okay. I see.
Oh, I have this in hand. I'm like, fuck, how much is that worth?
See, okay, Tourmy, Billy helped me out here. I was thinking about the wrong bush, of course. That's my fault. Yeah, I was thinking about a twat, of course.
God damn it, Roman. I know that there are like horticultural bushes.
What is that? Oh, there's other bushes other than twats?
Yes, the ones that grow in the ground.
Oh. Shrubbery. I don't know.
Oh, you know where the term came from originally?
No, I don't.
Mayhaps. I have bushes in Vegas.
We have dried shit that I guess.
Little sad cactuses.
Yeah, we got cactuses. Well, I mean, we have shrubbery on the Vegas Strip to make it look fancy and shit. Shit takes a lot of water. I mean, yeah, the bush in Australia means the fucking outback. You know, it means Outback Steakhouse. That's the bush. Wait, no, that's different. I think. I don't know. Alright. We got another raid team, guys. This is our 5th raid team for Mike. Okay, whatever, Al. You're gonna have to talk to Gilg about that. That's fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Alright. So,
Y'all are giving you heat about?
No, Al's not giving me shit. It's about whatever. It's the previous raid team. It looks so complicated. I'm just gonna send it to Gilg. If he has questions, I'll tell him to message you. My God. Alright, our next raid team. We got Gobes, Captain Hindsight, Huayarawawawa, and Blubba Fish. This is another 2-week temp from Dusk. If you won a Dusk slot, they are 2-week temps. If you are a very nice person, who knows, they might even keep you longer, but we'll see. I mean, there's no guarantee of anything. Just 2 weeks is what you can expect, and 2 weeks is what you're most likely going to get. Let's go ahead and get this going.
Till they see the finale team.
Right. Well, before we do that,
My
we're gonna.
team is a spicy meatball, lads.
Spicy meatball. Man, you're making me hungry. For me, it's fucking 11:30 p.m. I should not be thinking about food, motherfucker.
Why don't you go to a damn casino and get like a half-off taco and a lap dance?
I don't want fucking a skeezy lap dance. Fuck that. I'd rather go out with
It's the taco, so.
Well, I'd rather go out with Pamela Henderson than get a skeezy casino taco.
But you were just talking about Bush, though.
Yeah, but I've got
Make
my
you
wife.
hungry. Be honest, I thought you were hungry back when you were talking about all those dicks.
Hey. No, unfortunately, I'm not an equal opportunity employer when it comes to that.
What?
I said I'm not an equal opportunity employer when it comes to that.
Yes, I see.
I do prefer the vagina. That's why I decided to marry a woman instead of a guy.
I was under the impression that you didn't care as long as it had a nice bush.
I've got enough bush for both people in the relationship.
Oh, nice. America had enough bush in the early 2000s for the whole world.
I still remember the Demi Moore spread in Playboy. It almost looked like a merkin, for God's sakes. I gotta message Gilg and tell him thank you for your people developing the merkin. Well, it's my people too. I want half of my family. You know, there's a whole industry in Hollywood that craft beautiful merkins for TV.
Yeah.
There's people who specialize in wigs and people who specialize in merkins. It's a thing. And by the way, in case you're listening to this stream and you have no fucking clue what a merkin is, it is a furry pussy cover. So it's like a wig to cover the pussy area for like television and movies. Basically not make the show or movie rated X.
Last X-rated movie I saw was X-Men.
Oh, did you see Dark Phoenix?
Oh, I actually didn't. I was just making a dumb comment.
Ah, I see. I like Dark Phoenix. I mean, There was so many bad reviews for it. I don't think those were, you know, I didn't think it was that bad. I enjoyed it.
Heard mixed reviews.
Yeah. Emily just saw it today, and she liked it too. I mean, yes.
Someone told me it talked, but I forget who that.
So as a comic book fan, yes, it was not a great rendition. But as just a standalone movie, it wasn't bad. In my opinion. I mean, yes, the Dark Phoenix cartoon and the Dark Phoenix comic book compared to the shit that they put in theaters was you know, yeah, they don't compare. But as a standalone, incredible. Alright guys, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open the floor to questions. You have questions for Tourmy. Ask them now. This is your chance to get in the mind of the beast. You know, the beast that is Tourmy, whatever you call it. Oh me, oh my Tourmy. You know, ask the questions. This is when you have a chance of getting the answer unless he doesn't want to answer you and just says you fuck off, you know. That's his option too.
Shit. Yes, shit, I do. Man, someone's asking if I got a spot. Damn, dude, I'm giving them away during the stream. Oh, sorry. Ispar's got a real question. They're coming to a theater near you.
What are dankzels?
I was talking about how I made pretzels one time, which were damn good, by the way.
Okay.
And then we had this idea that we could use weed butter to make the pretzels.
Okay.
And that's kind of a double whammy because you have to use in the dough to make the pretzels, and then you want to put butter on top after they're done, like melt it and put salt on top.
Jesus.
So we were talking about making those and marketing them. I mean, we came up with the official name Dankzels. You can see the crowd is hype. Like that would actually sell big time.
Yeah, I mean, we have a place right outside of my work. It's called Sick Fab, and what they do is they fabricate things out of different metals. And we have 4 dispensaries within a 1 mile radius of my work, and they actually had them, make forms for their brownies and different treats and pastries. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. All right, trying to keep up with all these questions. There's been a lot of them.
Brand's asking, Tourmy, what's involved in adding a new guild to the Alliance?
We look for guilds that are going to have members who can carry, not just people who are going to be looking for spots. We want, willing to participate in the community that we have, bring something to the table. Like pretty much anytime anyone expresses interest, one of us will bring it to the group of leaders and we'll discuss it. It's all a case to case. We're pretty happy with the size of it, so I'm not gonna expand very much from where we are. But we do consider every guild that approaches us about it.
EA1052 is asking, Tourmy, if you would like one person to return, who would it be?
Like to the game,
yeah.
I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably my old leader, Central. It's a toss up between that and Senny SPM, but I know Senny's coming back. He's just on active service right now.
Like military?
He's actually in Australia right now, and J-Bag was a little bitch and wouldn't go meet up with him.
Weak.
But gotta take a couple digs at J-Bag every so often.
Okay.
I don't know who else. Krentos was like a real good friend of mine for a long time. Like Chromion, but that's just not physically possible. RIP Chromion. That's about my answer to that. Let's see. What else we got here?
Choosy Goblin's asking, what's your ideal date?
Ideal date. Man, I wish I knew much more about dates as a food, because I would have just gone off on the qualities of a date. You know, what is my ideal date? Probably a lot of red wine. I don't know.
You're a big wino?
I am a big wino. I like wine.
How do you think
Yeah,
you
I'm
compete
just as happy,
with
like-
Nova? Do you think you or Nova are bigger winos?
I think that my mom would drink us both under a table if wine was involved.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. She's
There
a
you
great
go.
woman.
Nice.
Not your mom during an interview. I don't know if any of your other guests have done that yet.
That's not enough. Hey, I think it's really honorable to have such a close connection to your family. I have an okay connection, but I'm not gonna shout out to them. Russians are feisty when it comes to family.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I really all depends. Like I like a good dinner. I'm a bit of a foodie. I like some wine, a nice meal. I don't know, maybe a movie, maybe something arbitrary. I don't know. It's a date. It doesn't have to be anything too special. It's
Are
about
you
spending time
a
with
first
someone you
date
love, you know?
first date give it up kind of guy?
I mean, I'm not opposed to the concept, but it's
You
it's all
don't
a case-
require it. You don't require
It's all
it.
a case to case, and also I haven't been on a first date in like 3 years. So,
Right. I got a decade, so.
That's not something I really would have to think about. Questions? What's up, people?
Alright, guys, you guys are kind of leaving these questions hanging.
What a thoughtful response. That reads real sarcastic. Thanks, cheesy.
Nice. Alright, guys, we're gonna start the last giveaway. This is the ultimate raid team. Now, this raid team totals in at 23,759 TS. It is 23,759 TS, not including you. So that includes Tourmy. That includes TK Shino, Zach Didsit, and Huayra. And you get these people for 2 weeks. Pop those 250s and go fucking ham. I'm gonna give everybody a second to participate. I'm gonna participate. I want to get in on this too.
This is that spicy meatball one we were talking about.
Yeah, the spicy meatball.
Very spicy meatballs.
Mmm. Nothing like balls in the mouth. Wait, no, that's not what I meant.
I think you need to suck a dick and get over it. But I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it as a suggestion.
Aww.
By the way,
Aw, so sweet.
it's out of concern for you generally. I think you just need to put one in your mouth and just deal with it.
The last balls I had my hands on were Benoit balls. Do you know what Benoit balls are?
I thought the last ball you had in your hand was your exercise ball.
Well, technically, yes.
I did see you pick that up, so to be fair, that's definitely the answer.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking the last pair of heavy balls that were not my own and a pair of them. This is a single ball. I was thinking of a pair of balls in my hands that were not my own.
Those are taco balls. It's par with that fucking heater in the chat.
Yeah, oh, he fucking kills me constantly. I love that guy.
That was a good one. That was a good comment. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. By the way, I was just laughing at Ispar's comment. That was good stuff.
Yeah, Benoit balls are really important for a lot of females out there.
Yeah, I
Oh.
bet. Oh, cheesy.
That's so sweet. So fucking sweet. I got a fucking cavity. I need to go see my dentist after this. Fuck you, Choosy, making me go see my dentist.
I didn't know that cheesy, but it's adorable. I answered one of his questions, Aloe. He asked what I wore to bed, and I said your mum.
Oh! Shit. What a fucking
Said that in the
savage.
chat though because I didn't want to answer it out loud. It was more fun.
Well,
I was right around when the game started, to be fair.
Fair enough. Alright guys, this is the last giveaway of the night. If you want to get in on this, this is your chance. This is a massive raid team. You see it right there on my screen. You got Tourmy. He's running... That's his normal build. He's running a little bit heavier right now since he's running D3.
Oh, yeah.
But it's normally Polaris, Oblivion, and Degenera. Running with a maxed Urgoff, maxed trophy. You got TK running the big cock build, the cock that smashes through tables. I mean, there's nothing left of the table after you take that build out. Just whip that build out. Just fucking whip it out. And you got Zach, again running a super OP build, super high level, super high TS, amazing ruins. You got Huayra. I mean, the guy is one of the most helpful, amazing people in the community, as well as he is an officer in DUSK. Just an amazing team overall. You want in on this goddamn team.
Oh, it should be noted right now to whoever wins this that I am currently a super thick boy trying to beat D3, and I do not look like that.
Right. Well, the picture that you see there. This is much more of what you'd normally see their builds running. Not what you guys are. I mean, most of us, when you get over level 450, you're constantly moving around builds based on content that you're doing. So that makes sense.
I usually, I mean, that build that I have in that picture has been like my standard build. That's the build that I essentially made meta once the weave train happened. Right now I'm a super thick boy with Earth and Might on. I got 3,500 stamp.
Woof! My lord! Yo, fatty!
He's super thick boy.
Oh. Alright, let's get this thing going here. We gave everybody enough time to join.
I'm dummy thick.
Hmm.
If you want to have like a really dark end to your evening, just type Winnie the Pooh dummy thick and watch the video that comes up on YouTube. It's gold.
that doesn't... I don't know.
So it's so good.
I'm a little worried. Your suggestions always stress me out.
Believe me, you should try having a whole inbox full of YouTube videos from Sir Jive.
Oh no. I'll request some from him.
Your choice.
Well, I got some time to kill tomorrow. I mean, remember, I don't have wife and kids until Thursday, so...
I'll send you good content, but it might change you. That's all.
Alright, we'll give it a go. I'll DM him after stream and see what he can throw at me. Alright, we have Sensual Coconut taking an early lead. But again, remember, early lead doesn't mean shit when it comes to marbles.
You should really check out the Marble Olympics, though. That is a really quality.
Oh, damn! Sensual just dropped off. All right, Billy. Oh, Weber's just passed Billy.
See, your stream's like glitching out for me. I keep seeing the start of the race over and over again.
Oof. I have 0 drop frames for the entire stream. Like 0.0%. I'm pretty sure it's... I hope it's fine. Weber's took it! Wow! Weber's just fucking slayed today.
Got the best marble to all of you. Keep your marbles. Leave in the marble. Someone just DM me who I want because I can't follow this shit.
I'll send it to... Well, I'm gonna send it to Gilg. I'll let him distribute.
So if you want to just like renegade double down and run like 2 more slots for me, I did a few extra that were not put into teams and therefore not included.
Sure. Why not?
Bonus Tourmy slots, all 2 week temps.
Let's try this. So there's this new thing. It's called wait mode. I have no fucking clue what it does. But we can try it.
That's fine. You do whatever you need to. I'm just tossing the bonus slots out here.
All right, and we're gonna try it on Pixel Death Alley. We're gonna try it. So this is for a Tourmy slot. Let's show Tourmy real quick. Now, this is not Tourmy's normal build.
This is super thick boy Tourmy.
This is super thick boy. Thicker than a box of chocolates. There we go. And this is Death Alley. This is the one that like kills everybody. I have no idea what wait mode means, but we're gonna find out. This is supposedly like a limited edition mode for marbles. I was supposed to test it earlier, but it just didn't work out.
It's alright. I have a horse in this race, by the way.
Oh, you do? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you're participating as well, huh? Let's go.
Yeah, I got a horse in this race.
Alright, if I win, I'm gonna give the spot to Tourmy.
Uzi wants to know what turns me off. See, let me think about that for a hot second. I really hate when there are 2 light switches to a and you have to have one up and one down for them to be off. Them to both be down to be off, or them both be up to be off, but when they have to be alternated, that pisses me off. That's the first thing I could think of because I'm sitting in a room like that right now and it's terrible.
Yeah, this is a crazy track. You see how everybody's just flying everywhere?
It's fucking annoying. The people feel me. Thank you. Poor. I was thinking about the smartass thing with the light switches first, and then I was like, I actually do hate these light switches I have. That's how we ended up there, by the way. It was an initial attempt to be snide, and I was like, oh, but that does drive me crazy. Like, I used to have a set of lights like that at my parents' place, but there were actually 3 switches that interacted with the same set of lights. I used to go out of my way to turn the lights on down the set of stairs and then go back up so I could turn them off and have them all down. It was a weird obsession, but I used to do that all the time. Oh, Shin wins this. I have to have him back on my friends list for 2 weeks. I'm excited.
Because you totally need him, because he's not in your guild or anything.
Yeah, but I mean, now he's technically not my friend. It's terrible.
No, it looks like Juppers took it.
Yeah.
Juppers, you want it on your main or your alt?
To be fair, Shin won, he could have put me on 2K, you know? Or like any of his other accounts, to be fair. Shin Minwoo, Nathan TK. Who else? There's a few TKs out there and a few Shins. I got to be so cute through an intense skincare regimen. And, oh, what else? Listen to every single influencer on Twitter, and eventually you'll find good advice.
Oh, it's this one. I fucking hate this track. Why did I do this one? Fuck this track. Do another one of the Death Alley. Nice and quick. Alright guys, this is for another Tourmy 2-week temp slot.
I want to play for myself.
Get it. Play with yourself. Play with yourself, Tourmy. I'll be in the closet with my camera.
If I win this, I can just pick somebody to give it to.
Get it? Yeah, you can.
Hey. And selection of people. Oh lord.
So I turned off weighted mode. I still don't know what the fuck weighted mode does.
That's right. That's why I need to get off this stupid build. How do I get my gamer tag? That's a good question, Cheesy.
Gamer tag? What is a gamer tag?
I think he means how did I come up with the name Tourmy?
Oh, yeah, that is a good question.
Actually, it's a derivative of tourmaline, which is like my favorite crystal.
I remember selling the shit out of it for stupid prices to unsuspecting tourists when I worked as a jewelry sales guy in Alaska.
Tourmaline's like, it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, but it's not that expensive. It's really not.
It's become really expensive because a couple guys have like basically bought out all the mines for tourmaline.
I mean, you have to have a beautiful, beautiful slice of watermelon tourmaline to make it really a high value. You know, it's got to be just gorgeous and almost perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I have some pretty damn cool pieces of it. I actually gave Vargas a piece last time I saw him.
Oh, nice.
Man, trying to say Peridot's better than tourmaline.
Yeah, you're insane. That no way. A fucking piece of yellow shit. A wannabe canary diamond.
Peridot's more of like a lime green.
I'm colorblind. You can call it whatever you want to.
I have a sweet chunk of it. It's
Oh, that's right. You have that whole crystal collection, which I totally forgot to talk
like
about.
A whole thick collection of crystals. Looked at them for years and years. A lot of gem and mineral shows and stuff like that. A little bit of distribution here and there.
Okay.
Set up an online shop.
There you go. Like a side business, kind of.
Yeah, you can actually make bismuth chunks with Pepto-Bismol add them.
Nice.
I don't know if you knew that. Bismuth is like really crazy because when it's in its raw form, it's just like a chunk of silver. It's like a dull silver gray color. You heat it up, it expands, and the of it expands faster than the inside, so you get this like really crazy stepped structure to it. It looks like a bunch of concentric squares stacked on top of each other. It's really interesting, but you can actually make it with Pepto-Bismol.
Choosy already has you, right?
Choosy has me.
Okay. Choosy, you can either choose.
On it back.
So Choosy, you can either keep the spot, you can gift it to somebody, or we can re-roll it. Your choice, man. Oh, donate it to Link0227. Okay. You already called
That's
it.
a good dude, I know him.
Alright, very cool.
Just send me all the names though.
I will.
I'm too D3 to pay attention.
I feel you. Thank you, Tourmy, so much for coming, man. It's huge. Really appreciate it. I think everybody had a lot of fun and
It's been a good time.
got to the bottom of what makes Tourmy tick. And it's not just the crystals in his skull.
It's not.
It's the cat in his lap. It's the focaccia in his oven. It's the alliance full of R3V, Lulz, Rleg, XGG, DUSK, and I'm missing one. I always miss one. Who the fuck did I miss this time? Who did I miss? Fuck did I miss? Friction! There it is, friction. Ha! Fuck. Alright. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a good night.
Fuck this shit, I quit.